Okay, this is Stuart Rhodes, founder and president of Oath Keepers. I'm on the phone with Sheriff Denny Pyman from Kentucky, and also John Kerriman, who's our leader down in southern Missouri, who is now in Kentucky as well. Also on the line is Alan Larderi, the West Virginia leader for Oath Keepers there in the Appalachian Mountain area. Hey, John and Sergeant and Sheriff Pyman, if you don't mind, give us an update what's going on there in Kentucky.
This is John. We were out today at the detention center over in Grayson, 14:55 hours Central Standard Time. They let Miss Davis come out. She had her attorney Matt Staver with her, her husband Joe, and Mike Huckabee. I understand that Cruz was somewhere also in the crowd, but they weren't really releasing a lot as far as what she had agreed to, but they did finally capitulate and let her out. And that's about it as far as what they've released so far. Sheriff, have you heard anything else?
No, that's about what I've heard as well.
Sheriff, I was talking earlier, and you were voicing your opinion that you think that the heat was coming down, and so they are kind of backpedaling. Is that still how you?
Well, I think everybody's going to back off. I think it's important that we have our presence there, just like you said about offering her protection, talking with her attorney, let them know that they know that we're available now because I heard the conversation with the secretary when you spoke to the attorney secretary. But I still think it's important that our presence be known there because it's not an issue of marriage. It's not an issue of a lot of things that they're trying to make the issue. The issue is still that a judge took an elected official, a citizen of the United States, and detained them without cause, without paperwork, without due process. That is the situation. And I think while everybody else is kind of painting the picture another way, I think the true picture is just what I said about the judge. And I still think he needs to know that he's not out of the woods just because they let her out, that he's still going to be held accountable. And I just think that our presence there, and I mean over a couple of days, meet with her, spend some time with her, do probably a rotation of, somebody that could see what they're comfortable with, if they feel they want somebody close by, and just see what their needs are and serve their needs.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you and John the favor and make that offer her what if she wants a close protection team, we'll provide it. But regardless, people should consider her under our protection. We'll make sure that our people are keeping a close eye on the situation, and we're going to have boots on the ground and overwatch regardless. Because like you said, this judge needs to understand that he's not going to be able to just go grab this lady whenever he feels like it. And there's no charge, there's no grand jury indictment, there's no jury trial. There's not even a law that he cited. He just grabbed her up and said, until you bend to my will, keep you in jail. And that's not his prerogative. We don't live under an imperial judiciary anymore. We live under an imperial presidency. And this is the problem we're in, is we have both the executive branch and now the judicial branch claiming that kind of authority, just to point a finger at somebody and have them whisked away without going through the constitutional process. They've got to charge you. Then they have to have a grand jury. We'll have to have a grand jury agree to indict you before they can even charge you. And then they've got to have a jury trial of your peers before they can judge you guilty and then put you in jail. And this judge bypassed that entire process. And that's where our focus is. It's not, like you said before, it's not on the underlying subject matter of whether or not we think gay marriage is appropriate. It's the judge's actions, and that's where the focus is going to stay. So if you don't mind coordinating with on the ground there with all the other Oath Keepers and just make that offer of protection for her.
Okay. Let's see. Are you guys still
Alan? Okay, ask Alan Larderi. Oh, go ahead. Sheriff Pyman, do you have something else you wanted to add? Or who was that?
This is Denny. I was just asking if you and Jason are still planning on coming in.
Absolutely. I'll be there tomorrow night, and then Jason will be landing Thursday. So, yeah, you bet. Tell the guys I'll be in tomorrow night. I think it's, like you said, here's the thing. From what I've read, the judge only let her out. I think the pressure obviously has something to do with it, but he's saying he let her out only because her subordinates, her deputy clerks, are issuing licenses after he ordered them to do it under the same threat. And so now that she's out of jail, I mean, if she goes to reassert her authority over her own office and her employees, she's liable to be grabbed up again by the same judge. So, as far as we're concerned, this is not over. And as you said, this judge needs to be put on notice that his behavior is not going to be accepted. And, we'll be there to stop it and intercede ourselves if we have to. If the sheriff, who should be interceding, is not going to do his job, and if the governor is not going to do the governor's job of interceding, then we'll do it.
I think maybe educating the sheriff as to what he can do. Maybe he doesn't realize that a lot of sheriffs haven't been educated to the point that they know they don't want to step out and make a mistake like that. But he wouldn't be making a mistake. He's just basically doing his job. Maybe we can get a meeting with the sheriff and educate him a little as well.
That's an excellent idea.
I think it's a great thing. Yeah, please do that. And it's great that you're an experienced Kentucky sheriff. You can hopefully lead him to the right path. By all means, please do so. But while we're at it, our guys are already there, and more coming. And once again, if we have to, we'll lead by example. So, but certainly we would ask the sheriff to do his job and step up, and then we can step back out.
Yeah, because he can.
John Kerriman. Go ahead, Sheriff. Sheriff Pollen.
The sheriff can control this whole situation. Next time the federal marshals walk in, he can put them right back out the door. He needs to know that.
And therein lies the problem. The federal government, any of their actors intervene in a situation, everybody rolls over and does what they're told. But it is a matter of education, and being able to get through to them is going to be key here. If they'll just listen and understand that they have rights and responsibilities, and that part of those responsibilities are not to cave in and roll over at the first sign of some type of intervention from what they believe to be on high.
Yeah, the perception in a lot of police circles is that once the feds step in, the locals are wash their hands of it, and they back away and give automatic deference, right?
Yes.
Sheriff Parman, have you seen any indicator that the sheriffs in Kentucky on this issue are starting to stand up and pay attention? Is there any statement made by the Sheriff's Association there?
No, I've dealt with the Sheriff's Association here, and what I have found is that they're a bunch of weak individuals that are basically, they're not going to disrupt. They're not going to rock the boat any. I got actually no support from the Sheriff's Association here in efforts that I've made to do what was right, to fight corruption, even the part of the gun control, basically stand up for my county. And when we did the resolution in Las Vegas, I made sure every one of our sheriffs in the state got a copy of that, and I got no response back.
Well, thank you very much, and like I said, I'll see you guys in Kentucky, and the most important thing is for Ms. Davis and her supporters to know that we stand with them on that issue. It's not about whether we approve of gay marriage or not. This is what people need to understand. They need to start looking past whether they like someone's opinion and looking towards the Constitution. Is it right or wrong for a judge to exercise this kind of power? We think it's wrong. It doesn't matter why he's doing it. It's wrong to do it. So that's where we stand. We stand in defense of her right to a grand jury indictment and her right to jury trial, and we'll stand on that rock.